Hello my dear students and welcome to this video lecture. In this lecture we will be starting our third unit of our syllabus, that is planning and control, and we will be talking specifically about production planning and production control. So right from the customer's order to the finished goods, in the manufacturing scenario there needs a great amount of planning, and planning is in every aspect, like what we have to produce, how we have to produce, how much we have to produce, when we have to produce. All these questions are done in the planning phase. So planning is basically the activity which is done before the actual production starts, whereas once the production starts we have to check whether our production is going according to our plan or not. If it is not, then we have to take certain remedial actions, and that is under production control. So production control is the activity which is done once the production starts. So in this lecture we will be discussing in length about the concepts of production planning, what are the steps involved in planning, and production control, what are the different steps that are there in production control. So the conversion of customer's order to a finished product generally need organization and planning, and planning is done because the objective of any organization is to increase its profitability and productivity, and this productivity and profitability can be increased only if we have control, or we have planned the 6 M's of the manufacturing, that is men, machine, material, management, money. And the objective of any organization is, as I told you, to achieve productivity and to increase profitability, and also to get the desired output. Now the desired output can be quality, can be the volume, or can be the money or the cost of the production. So this is the objective of production planning and control, which is also called as PPC. Now PPC generally has two important functions. One is production planning and other one is production control. So planning is we will discuss both of the two functions of PPC, production planning and production control. But before moving on to production planning and control, the PPC department, it adopts or it implements various engineering techniques, and they issue directives to the specific department of the manufacturing unit. Now the questions that a PPC department answers, or the planning which the PPC department does, is they answer or they make a plan for some basic questions. Number one is what to produce. What is the product that we want to produce? How much we want to produce? This can be obtained with the help of the technique of forecasting. How much, what is the volume that we want to produce? When to produce? At what time we need to produce? What resources and means are needed in producing it? What are the machines required? What is the workforce required? What is the raw material? All these questions will be answered in this phase. Next is how to coordinate different resources of the system, because as you know, in a manufacturing organization, or as a matter of fact in any organization, there are various resources or various departments or various, what do you call, sections. So for making anything, you need to coordinate between resources, between departments, between sections. So this is also a part of PPC. And last, which is the part of production control, how to control the deviation from plan. So we have made a plan, and we have made we have made the plan for if something goes wrong, what we will be doing. Even then, the output is not in the desired form. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to take some remedial action. That is production control. So how to control the deviation from plan, such as meeting a due date of a production system. This is one of the example, that due on the production cannot be completed on the due date. So in order to achieve the due date, what we can do, what remedial actions can we do? Either we can increase the workforce, or we can increase the machine, whatever we want to do. We want to correct the output. Now there are some functional domains of PPC. Functional domains means that basically the techniques, how we will be achieving production planning and control. So we will be discussing them in detail in later part of our lecture. But some of the functional domains are forecasting. Forecasting is generally before starting any production, we need to know how much we have to produce and what time we have to produce. Then another functional domain is material requirement planning. So it is a whole concept of how material will be acquired. It needs a planning. It's called MRP. Then inventory control, production planning, process planning, estimating, machine loading, scheduling, quality control, purchasing, dispatching, etc. We will be discussing these domains in the later part of the lecture. But just to give an idea, there are functional domains in PPC, and they can be classified in this way. For example, production planning has two parts. First is planning, another one is control. And planning means plan your work. You have to plan your work. And control means work your plan. You have to stick to your plan. And if something is going against the plan, you have to try to make it within the plan. So that is control. So the functional domains which comes under planning are routing, loading, and scheduling. And the functions which comes under control are dispatching, expediting or follow up, or corrective actions or corrective measures. So these are functional domains of PPC. And as we have discussed earlier also, the main purpose of PPC is related to the direction and regulating the systematic and smooth flow of goods and services. Basically, the objective of any planning is so that we can achieve smooth working condition or process. To meet the desired objectives can be anything like customer service. It can be high productivity, on-time delivery, efficient production system, quality, etc. So it is up to the manufacturer to decide what objective he is aiming for. So this is the main purpose of PPC. Now a formal definition of PPC can be the direction and coordination of firm's resources towards attaining a prefixed matlab, it means which is we have decided in planning. The direction and coordination of firm's resources towards attaining prefixed or pre-specified goals in most efficient and economical manner. It means a complete plan. There should be a complete plan. A follow-up procedure. A follow-up procedure means if something goes against the plan, that what will be the plan B, or what will be the action that we will be taking if something goes against the plan. A means to regulate the mechanism to meet requirement. There should be a mechanism to meet the requirements. And last, to a procedure to employ right quantity and right type of personnel at the right place. It is also under the planning. So once we have decided the product, we have decided the machine, so next is we have to decide for the right person at the right place and the right quantity also. So now as we have already discussed that PPC has two aspects, production planning and production control. So now we will be discussing specifically production planning. Production planning is a pre-production activity. It is generally done before the actual production starts, and it involves arrangement of facilities, design of the production system, arrangement of facilities, how the facility will be arranged or layout, and the design, what will be the design of the product, process, everything that will be under production planning. And what is the input of production planning? How it is, everything is planned. The main input is sales commitments or sales forecast. So the sales department gives a forecast that they need X volume of components or items, then accordingly you plan everything. So the input of production planning is sales commitment or sales forecast in terms of quantity. They will be telling the department the quantity that they need, delivery date, when they want it, at what price they want it, at what quality they want it, and what are the tolerances that can be accepted in that item. So these are the inputs to the production planning department. The next function that production planning takes care is it analyzes all the problems likely to arise. So they also forecast or they also try to predict the problems that can arise in manufacturing and decide in advance how these difficulties can be overcome. And if something comes, some difficulty comes, what will be the measure that we will be taking in order to eliminate that difficulty. So this is done in production planning. And planning can be done in three phases. First is a long-term planning, second is medium-term planning, and third one is a short-term planning. Long-term planning is generally a strategic planning, that we make a strategy for a long term, and it is generally more than 1 year. So it is basically generally a big decision or a strategy that we have to implement in a long term. Medium term planning is generally up to 1 year, and the short term planning is generally monthly or weekly or daily planning that we do in order to run a manufacturing organization. Now the next aspect of PPC is production control. As we have discussed that production planning is a pre-production activity, production control, whereas it measures the actual performance of a production unit. What production control does, it measures what is actually being done or what is the actual performance of a manufacturing or a production unit, and it takes remedial action if needed, so that production actually achieved is not less than the target or standards set in advance. So the target or the standard that we have set in production planning, if it is not according to that and the actual production is little bit less than the actual less than the planned output, then production control, it takes some remedial actions. That means the supervision of all the relevant operations with the help of control mechanism that feedback the process of work. So another aspect of production control is supervision at all the critical junctions of production and a feedback mechanism. Controlling is made by comparing the actual performance with the present standards, and deviations are analyzed. We have already discussed this. The correct action is taken so as to achieve the target or goal set as per the plan by using controlling techniques. So now there are various factors that affect the actual performance. We have already discussed that we make a plan in production planning, and but sometimes what happens is that the actual production is not according to the planned measures that we have taken. So there are factors that affect the performance. What are these factors? First is non-availability of material due to shortage. There is a shortage of material, and then the whole production is affected by it, and then it leads to the deviation in the plan. Plant, equipment or machine breakdown. There is some breakdown in the production system, either it is a machine, equipment or a plant. So that affects the performance. Lack of coordination and communication between organizations and department. There is not a very effective coordination between various departments. And another one is changes in the demand and rush order. There is certain change in the demand, or there is a rush order and we have not planned according to it, or we have planned but it is not been delivered in the form of output. That affects the performance. And absenteeism of the workers. Workers are not very regular in their work. So now what is the need of production planning and control? So we have already discussed most of the points. First is the effective utilization of firm's resources. If we plan strategically and if we take good control, then there will be effective utilization of firm's resources. Next is to achieve objectives with respect to quality, quantity, cost and on-time delivery. So these are the outputs that we want to achieve. These can be achieved with the help of PPC. And we have already discussed that to obtain uninterrupted production flow and to help company supply good quality of product to the customer. So these are very general needs and objectives that PPC tries to fulfill. So now this is a very important chart which shows the structure of PPC or organization of PPC. So this is basically planning phase, this one is basically planning phase, and this one is generally control phase. So in planning it is divided into two parts, pre-planning and planning. Pre-planning means macro level planning and planning is a micro level planning. So in macro, what we will be planning, what will be the product design, what will be the process design, what will be the layout or the flow design, forecasting demand, workstation design. So this will be at the macro level. And then at the micro level, what we will be doing, planning resources, the 6M, how much machines we want, how many men we want, how much money we want, how much management we want. So planning the resources. Then process planning, what will be the process of manufacturing it, what will be the parameters of producing it. Then routing is under this process planning also. Then scheduling, what we will be making schedule for every resource, machines, worker, everyone, and estimating. So this is planning phase, and in control phase we will be having functions such as dispatching, inspecting, expediting and evaluation. If we have a look at these functions, these are basically mostly control. We want to control the production system, or we want to make it according to our plan, and both these production planning and control have a feedback loop. Now there are some functions that we have already discussed. What is routing, or routing is also called process planning. It is concerned with the selection of path or route. What path or what route the raw material will take in order to convert it into a final product. So it follows to get transformed into a finished product. It fixes the path of travel and give due consideration during layout. Further, it decides the setup time, process time for each operation. So routing is that how the product will be going from one machine to another machine, and finally the final product. So it will not only be deciding the path, but it will also be deciding how much time it will take. Time can be setup time, machine time, everything will be here. It will be done under routing. So this is routing. Then this scheduling. Scheduling is concerned with the preparation of machine loads, fixation of starting and completion dates for each operation, and coordination with sales department regarding delivery. It generally makes a schedule, a timetable. For example, how much components machine 1 will be producing, what will be the starting date of product A and what will be the finishing date of product A. So all this schedule is done in scheduling. It is basically making a timetable for everything. The next is dispatching. It is the process of setting production activity in motion through release dates of orders and instructions. You release orders and instructions. It authorizes the start of production activity by releasing material, component, tools, fixtures and operators. Basically it is a release of orders and instructions that we have already done in scheduling and routing. You make a routing plan, you make scheduling plan, and then you dispatch it. Expediting means chasing intensively the bottleneck areas causing delays. Bottleneck is, for example, there are two machines, machine 1 and for example there is another machine 2, and there is another machine which is machine 3. So the operation is such that a job comes to machine 1 and after operation it goes to machine 3, and another job comes to machine 2 and it comes to machine 3. Here assembly takes place and then they go to machine 3 and the final product is here produced. So the final product is produced. Here final product is produced. So for example, for some reason machine 1 is working slow, so there will be a queue, there will be a raw material or pieces which will be waiting, and machine 2 is working fast and there is no queue or there is less queue. So you can see there is a bottleneck here. So in order to avoid the bottlenecking, expediting is done. So this queue can be eliminated. Either make this machine fast or make another machine which can take some load from here, or you can do anything, maybe make a good expert operator on this machine. So this is bottlenecking. So this is called expediting. So these were some of the functional domains of production planning and control. Now what is the difference between production planning and control? How they can be compared? So the first and the most important comparison is it is a pre-production activity. Production planning is a pre-production activity, and control, it will be in action when the production begins. When the production begins, and it is pre-production. Planning involves collection and maintenance and analysis of data with respect to time standards, materials and their specifications, machines and their process capabilities. Whereas control is concerned with communication with these information and producing reports like output report, productivity, rejection rate. So all of the things which are produced once the production starts, it analyzes those things, and this is basically analysis of data. It is useful to anticipate the problems. We anticipate the problems in planning. We generally try to figure out what can be the possible problems that can arise and devise remedial action, and if that problem will arise, what we will be doing in order to eliminate that problem. And it involves taking corrective steps in case of errors to match the actual performance. It is a centralized activity and includes functions like material control, tool control, production planning and control. It is a widespread activity and includes functions such as dispatching, programming and inspection. And last is, it sees that all the necessary resources are available to make the production at right quality and time. And production control, it keeps track of activities and sees whether everything is going as per the schedule or not. So to conclude this lecture, in this lecture we have discussed the concept of PPC, production planning and control. We have discussed that PPC has two basically domains or two parts. First is production planning, another one is production control. Production planning is a pre-production activity and it deals with macro and micro level planning of product, process, forecasting, everything, and it deals with the data basically. And while the production control is the measure of the actual performance, and if there is a deviation from the plan that we have set up in the planning phase, then what remedial actions can be taken to eliminate the deviation. There are various functional domains of both production and planning that we have discussed, like what is routing, what is scheduling, what is dispatching, expediting and estimating. So in the next lecture we will be talking about the two techniques of planning and control, that is CPM and PERD.